Good Sunday evening. I do believe that it is, just for the record, it is Sunday, October the 6th. The time here, Central Standard Time, is 9:19 p.m. And the year is 2019. Now, isn't that something? 2019, maritime. No, yeah, Helen? No, 2100. Anyway, I'm just rambling. Imagine that. This isn't going out. Hell, you can look at my YouTube page. You'll notice I only got like I got about 10 subscribers, 9 or 10 subscribers, and maybe 1 or 2 views per per deal. And I understand that. I've made a little plea out there to whoever's listening to this. Hell, I got someone drifting by the other day just and subscribed. God bless you, and horse you rode in on. We're growing at leaps and bounds. But I understand that the platform isn't even up and running yet. And so literally, I'm just using this as a video/audio diary. And as this thing unfolds, this may be the whole kit and caboodle. You know, there's a word out there floating around quite a bit called quid pro quo. And if you hang around with us much, you're going to damn sure probably hear a hell of a lot about that word, quid pro quo. That's a phrase. That means you do this, or I'll give you this if you do this for me. And that's what they're trying to lay on the golden-headed boy up there, Trump, the guy sitting underneath Andrew Jackson's picture, which I'm sure praying that's a sign to everybody that the central bank's coming down. But anyway, I'm rambling again, and that's what this show may just damn well be. I've tried, and there's people that know me. They know me. They know the core of my being, and they know for the last 10 years, I have been trying to find a way, ever how I can go about it, to weaken, if not eradicate, the centralized banking system that's nested up globally. And pretty much all the ramrods that put themselves in safe haven here in the good old USA up in D.C. at the Federal Reserve Bank. Now, from indications and inferences and feelings that I get from the ambient, I think the golden-headed boy is headed that way. And all this minutia that we go through here in this lower tier that we talk back and forth about, and by God, it's absolutely meaningless at the end of the day, because the upper tier could care less who wins as long as they still control the currencies globally, or the means by which people exchange value globally. And it damn sure right now is not a fair exchange of value, and that's what the whole damn thing that I'm talking about in a nutshell comes down to that last phrase I made. That is conducting our lives and all of our affairs, teaching a culture based on a fair exchange of value. Now, if we did that, all the issues that we see out there today would be eliminated. First one to go would be the Federal Reserve Bank. There's no way on God's green earth that you can tell me since 1913 and the buying power of our dollar has gone sub seller. In other words, it's below zero. The only value for our currency in tangible form would be if, in fact, we did have very much printed money. The majority of it's digitized, which how much can you get for a digit down there at the trades day? Not too damn much. You got to have it in usable digits that they put on that artificial money holding thing called a credit card. We are screwed. They have sucked our asses in from Leave It to Beaver to whatever it is now to C-SPAN. They're both about the same. I am not kidding you. And that is not what I originally came in here to talk about. But I love to drive. I love to drive. And that picture right there, and that looks like a road that doesn't have many cars on it. See them cracks in the pavement there in the lower left corner? Got a good maintenance crew comes through there because they keep it patched there on the side so you don't go off. That looks like it's up there in around up in Hot Springs or maybe up northwest. I don't know, but you got some good foliage color. Love to drive. I think a lot when I drive. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna take this thing, whatever I'm gonna be doing, this thing that I'm gonna be doing, this Ramblin' Randy's radio, and my end objective is to get 1 million or more people just simply signed up and understanding what the objective here is. That we as an individuals can't do much to stop that big wheel, but by God, you put 1 million people, and if each one of them glued their pennies together and stuck it under that wheel, we can stop that bitch. And that's what I'm going to do. And show a way by which the meek that are struggling now could find a way based on some work that they do for us and for themselves, actually, just their value of what they know. Someone on this road right here, sitting up in these hills somewhere, that studies and researches like crazy, or is building something that I'd like to know about. I'd like to know their opinion on something. You do not have to be one of these talking heads or a radio talk show host or whatever, or someone like me that gets a forum, if I ever get one, and and think that that's the here's a funny phrase, gospel truth. Oh, we've got a long ways to go together. But here's the thing. We're not going to get much done until that word I just mentioned starts taking form. That's together. We've got to get together. We have got to get together. Let me do this right here. I'm going to pause this thing. You're going to get a flash here, but then I'm going to pause it. Well, here we go. We're off the country roads and back into this horse manure. This is John B's side over here. He keeps up with news. And just look at this mess. You know, Trump may designate Mexican cartel. Hell, he should have already done that. Everybody should have done that. And it's not these cats. We find, if people can find, if they can hear me, there are groups down there we're calling a cartel. You know, you had that guy, what's his name there? Chubby boy that's now in the pen. Anyway, Escobar, whoever, Pueblo, and this latest one, they're getting funded by the damn CIA. Don't shit yourself. Come on now. I mean, really, let's get over it. Let's get over it. Until we can recognize something and see beyond the headlights and see, oh, look at the, okay, let's do this then. Let's say that might be a little harsh for you. But how about this? Let's look at it as a possibility that there could be some rogue actors inside the uppermost levels of our intelligence services here in the U.S. that could have gone rogue, and they're funding these cartel people because the cartel people are stupid enough to take the money to run the dope across so that the CIA can get it over here, distribute it, and start all their good old boys that were doing the distributing all the health people, all the rehab centers, all this horseshit that come along with the byproduct of getting that dope across that border. And what that does is that keeps propping up that U.S. dollar, keeps throwing us up into deeper deficit. And unless we have a deficit here in the U.S., this sumbitch collapses. So if you can see beyond the headlights, raise up and see what this is all about. It's about the damn money, people. They got to spend money. They got to spend a shitload of it. And they got to get us to do it. And they got to get us to believe that they're spending this money for a good reason. So they're making up all this shit just so that they can get funding to keep propping that dollar up. And they do all these they do clandestine operations all over Hell's Half Acre. Come on, what does this say here? Most illegals crossing 12 years. Look at this here. Now, again, I did not put these damn numbers in here. And numbers like this right here is what fires Johnny up. It's what's want to get Johnny wanted to go get his gun and shit. Everybody hold their powder. Keep your powder dry. I mean, seriously, keep your damn powder dry. Here's something else. It doesn't work that way. Review the tries to debunk. So, oh, that's a damn ad or something. I don't know what that was. All this damn vaccine deal. Now, John B had Ty Bollinger on here the other day, last night, and I listened to Ty again today on one of his long. He's having a deal that you can sign up called TTA Live. The Truth About Cancer. The Truth About Cancer. TTAC. TTAClive.com. You can go over and sign up and listen to this thing. You need to listen to this thing. Damn, if you can even curb, delay, reverse this disease that these people are fueling the flames to cause our bodies to react in certain ways or bad ways that cause, in fact, all this stuff that ends up in all these issues. Their intent is not honorable. That's the bottom line. What's this squirrel doing again here? It's all a scam. Al Gore, a major investor in fake meat company, while pushing fake climate science, scare over real meat. Let me tell you. Oh, hell. Oh, God. Well, it's only because you're buying it. It's only because we're buying the damn shit. You know, it is absolutely. So here's what we got to do, people. Let's wake up and smell the damn roses. Let me show you what Rex is doing. Oh, this is Clyde. You know, we're getting bombarded with this, but no one has any damn solutions. You know, everybody's coming out. They're doing excellent, superb work of informing us. They're informing us every night. Where is Rex? Uh, Look. I speak with Rex Bear regularly. He has a very powerful weekend he's on up there at Disclosure Con or Disclosure Fest. Unbelievable. I wish I could have gone. There's Rex under his little mask of Zorg. Absolutely, there's Brooks Avenue. This is another area. Even though you may not be into some of these things that Rex goes over, and other people, Rex is an absolute master at educating people in a very entertaining way. Zorg was one of those. There's Rex. He is up there right now, wherever. I think it's up there in California, Colorado, somewhere up there, with this is Brad Olson, I do believe, looks like, and I believe this is Brad's wife here. And they are finding, they're exploring other avenues of seeking the truth and going about ways to enhance ourselves, God-given ways. This is amazing. So I am 1,000% behind the work that Rex does and the research he does. And we're going to be supporting the mission that I'm on is going to end up supporting people like this. They get massive views or good sized views, and they're not getting jack diddly from YouTube, and they're out there doing work for us, and we're not supporting these people. We need to, even if it's throw a penny at it, that'd been another $330 for them. Right there on that one. This can help. You can do your part. You can come entangled. That's what I'm going to teach people to do. But you know what? I've realized, and this is no joke. Let me pause here and get back to another picture that will calm me down a little bit. I love this water thing before I go. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see.
Hello, my name is Mike Swanson, and I run the website wallstreetwindow.com.
Hey, let me skip this. Oh, hell. Hold on, y'all. Turn this thing off. A minute. Hold on. Oh, we're picking back up now. I had a little bit of a technical issue there, and let me bring this guy down. This is Rex.
Adam, his we watched the Sleep Project.
Video that Rex did. He's up there in at this Disclosure Fest or Con Elite Projects. You can catch this on YouTube. Subscribe to his videos right here. Click subscribe and the little notification button, and it will inform you when he does a video like this. They're very powerful. Let's listen to see what he's got. I'm all about water. I mean, if you hang with me, you'll see that I'm all about water. Let's listen to Rex here a second.
out here at DisclosureCon. There's still going to be some amazing guests coming up, so make sure to join us before it closes out. Brad Olson's going to be talking in a couple hours. But have you heard of structured water, ladies and gentlemen? If you haven't, we're going to talk about it. But this goes even beyond structured water. And show that image real quick that I had in the thumbnail, and then we're going to get into this. But to give you the evidence, look at that. Look at that. Now that's ice, right?
Yep.
And that's ice. And you did something to make it that way.
Several things.
Okay, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. That looks like a beautiful piece of artwork. So thank you for showing me that.
Sure.
Okay, we're back again. Listen to this.
If you've got one of these yet, you need one. If you don't have one, this is PatriotSolarBank.com.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Okay, let me relax here a little bit. Do you get the feeling that when that whole dynamic that I just left, that whole thing over there is absolute chaos? I mean, it is the work that the path I've taken and all those influencers, I call them influencers, the path they've taken is a rough road to hoe. I mean, you're in the trenches seeing that unbelievable. It's gotten to the point to where it's so bizarre, and to think that other people are literally buying this talk about unfair exchange of value. You know, I try to compare this to back in the day. You know, I went through this. This is like repeating, Groundhog's Day. I was in that era of time to where that girl, that famous picture, you see that girl sticking that flower in the end of that National Guard Reserve's barrel, and we had our Kent Day, which is your riots in Portland kind of thing, Kent State thing going on. We had, the Montgomery, Alabama, racial issues and all that kind of thing going on. We had the LA riots, all that stuff going on, just like they're doing today. We had the Vietnam thing going on, just like we got the Iraq deal. And it is a damn overlay. And nobody that I'm aware of is even talking about that kind of thing. And it's real. It's real. But also, I'm at that age demographic that there's not that many of that age demographic left to tell the damn truth in what I'm telling you right now. I believe that era that I went in when I was the younger, coming through the ranks, the what's called hippie era. Nowadays, to me, that means highly intelligent people pursuing individual enlightenment. We were on that path. The same damn thing happened. A little time goes by, the hippies come out, and they start into the world. They start getting contaminated mentally, and they go hog wild on the what's in it for me rather than the purpose over the profit, or principles need to lead before the profit. That kind of thing, all gone. Coming back now, I hear the kids talking. I say kids, someone under 40 or 30 or something like that. Damn sure kids to me. So. And I don't even relate to this upper demographic at all. I never have. I still straighten up and walk down the middle school hallway with, straight. I feel nervous around teachers. I've never grown up. Damn. But anyway, there's a way to get around this. People don't care. There's two things. People don't care until they know how much you care. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care a hell of a lot about people. I've been at the mountaintop many times. I'm talking about 7 figures and above. And I've been down there, a choice between Vienna sausage and a 40, and I still was hungry later. Okay? I understand these things. And I believe that the reason I've been put on this journey is because I've pretty much spanned the spectrum and all shades thereof between A and B, A and Z, and very, very few. But I'm very fortunate to have lived through it. I want to share this, but I've got something that I've got to tell you. Is that the words I started this thing out, quid pro quo, meaning I'll give you this if you will do this for me. Well, I've got a quid pro quo proposal I will give to you. I will show you unequivocally to the T, if you're willing to put forth the work, which is simple. A very passionate high school child could do this and are doing it now. This is something that we should all be doing, and most are not. Okay? If you're passionate about saving this country that we proclaim to love so much, if you're passionate enough and you're willing to tell people just to come listen to me, that's it. Just come listen to me. In exchange, quid pro quo, I will give you a clear pathway, step by step, how you can accumulate, based on your value, which you have a lot, more worth than you can possibly fathom being real. You've heard that statement many times before. I can show you real quick, but the caveat is this, is that you have got to help me save this country by going out and telling other people to listen to this call, to come over when I'm ready. Right now, you subscribe to this channel. This is going to be our communication means until I launch this thing shortly. As soon as the programmer can do it, we're going to start something to help save this country, because I do have solutions. You know, we're getting this education from all those people that I just mentioned. They're out there carrying the water, getting us the information that we need to know about. And then all we're doing is sitting on the couch waiting on the next show, because it sure was interesting last night. We're not doing anything to correct the problem that we were talking about last night. Our attention span, or our history, is about as short as our attention span, which is lucky to be the end of the day. And most of the times, the end of the hour. Why do you think they run those news shows every hour? Where attention goes, energy flows, and that's the seed of manifestation. If you'll catch on to this and listen, just listen to me, and follow a few simple suggestions, then you too can be wearing wooden heels walking across the floors of the Bellagio, if that's what you want. And in the process, I will achieve my end, which is to help those people, because the process that's going to take place is very simple. Very simple. I've got the carrot. The carrot is you go find some people that are willing to make a commitment to any dollar amount, be it, well, probably have to have a low side, like $5 a month, up to $100 a month. You know, well, I have a cap there on the high side, but $1, $5 to $100 doesn't make any difference. If they make a commitment to support the people inside of our group, these announcers, these hosts, and go find more. That's value to me. If you can find radio hosts that are what I call conservative, or at least they're trying to save our ass. Okay, save this country. Any of them, all of them. There's 150,000 podcasters out there that need what we're going to do. What we'll do is these people who are committed, whether it's $5 or $100, they're going to divide that up into little bitty increments that we call pennies, P-E-N-E-E. And these pennies, are equal to a penny, a real penny. So the same value, equal. So you convert your worthless paper fiat into our little internal currency, if you will, that moves and fuels our little ecosystem. And then you go out and you hear one of these radio people. You hear Rex out there busting his ass, spending all of his money going out there to do this stuff that you want to sit there and hear about. You're not supporting him or Clyde or any of these other people, or people who you're listening to right now. You know, for God's sake, if you believe in them and you'd like to see what they're talking about, get out to the world, then flip them a damn penny, nickel, dime, or quarter. That's no skin off anybody's nose. And then if you're into it for the moolah, if you'll go out there and find other people, there's a little reward for you on that side too. There sure the hell is. You know, because that's value. That's great value right there. You're a miner. I need mines. I need 1 million+ mines to reach phase 2 of this little project to bring sanity back into our society today, and to eradicate the fake Federal Reserve, and we get control of our currency again. And I'm sure praying and hoping that's what the Golden Headed Boy's doing. So this is kind of what I'm going to start doing. It's just little fireside chats, just like this. And let me pause this a minute, and we will. I'll go into the close. But that's all I've really got. Uh, Subscribe to this. Tell other people about it. Just nothing else. Just come over and listen. Listen to me rant and rave. And then once I get the platform up, I'm cutting this puppy loose. If you can hear my voice, you're in a position right now to start learning what we're going to be doing in the not too distant future, so you'll have first mover advantage. I'll say this and say it, hear me well. If you were to land someone, a podcaster like John B. Wells, a big one, or anybody out there that's got 5,000 or 10,000 people that follow them regularly or more, like some of these that I show you here, up in the hundreds of thousands, or if someone's got a little bitty podcast or a little bitty radio show they do on a platform, Joe Roop over on the Fringe FM, I'm desperately trying to get over there as fast as I can to get me an hour show over there. He's got 20 hosts. Find someone like Joe Roop's got a platform. You got Truth Frequency. Inside of Truth Frequency, you got a whole boatload of different individual hosts that have their own websites that need donations. They need donations. Tell them that we're a donation source. Tell them that if they can bring all their other hosts in, when one of their hosts has a good show that one of our people hear about it, we can donate to their platform as well as directly to that guest host that comes on, or if one of their members calls into their show, makes a great comment, they're a member of our little society here, we can tip them as well. This thing is what the doctor ordered, and guess what? I'm not taking a penny out of it. As far as the platform itself, I'm giving that platform to the world to use. And believe you me, you could buy a Bentley, or probably 2 Bentleys, for what we have into that. That's paying it forward. I'll explain how we're doing that. This is Ramblin' Randy, aka Jedi One. Subscribe, tell all your people. Nothing else, come over and listen to me rant. Hit the little bell, and when I do one of these things, you'll know it's out there. We'll soon be having conference calls, live conference calls, where you can call in, say something worth a hoot, and you might get some tips. Might even get way up there. Imagine if we had 1 million people listening on to a bunch of conference calls, and they heard something that you said, and they just tipped you a dime. Ramblin' Randy, we down.